Alright, so made some more revelations about Fibonacci, okay? Making those retarded movies actually helped. Surprising. Look at my surprise face. It hit me when I was looking at the two-dimensional depiction and looking at the three-dimensional model. How do you make a three-dimensional model out of two-dimensional depictions? Well, you have an XYZ axis. You have an XY plane, you have an XZ plane, and a YZ plane, but you have to also account for duality in the negatives of every plane. So you're going to have an XY, a negative XY, an X negative Y, and a negative X negative Y. You're going to have 4 planes, 4 quadrants. Alright, so you have 4 quadrants of the snowflake for the 3 different axes. You are going to have, wow, 12 nodes, guys, because an icosahedron is a 12-noded structure. Now, the great thing about the Earth, you know, the story of creation, you know? Anyway, it's like beating a dead dog, guys. So the story of creation, when it reduces down to the G, the man. Man is the G. And on the 7th day, God did nothing. God rested. So the G just sat down. When the G sits down, what happens is you create a 1 of 7, of 13, of 110, of on and on and on. Because I've only depicted 4 characters, the way I see that relating to, let's say, the 5th dimension, or 4th dimensional space, would be if you broke out those 4 characters into 2 sets of nodes. Now what does that mean? Okay, if you're going to have a 1 of 7 of 13 of 110, those are 4 digits. The 1 and the 110 would be the node of the 8 by 8 by 8 cube, and the 7 and the 13 would be the nodes of the interior 6 by 6 by 6 cube. Now I haven't accounted for heaven, because you don't really create heaven, you create everything else. But when you create everything else, you need luminaries, which create different levels, different layers of the glass ceiling or celestial skies. Okay, so I know there's 3 other dimensions left. I don't want to talk about that right now, but envision this. If you have 4, like if this is your 1 of 7 of 13 of 110, and you have 4 of them, and the G sits down, you're going to be creating a square. Like this. A square. Flat. Okay? Now if you do the other plane, you'll be creating a square this way. And a square this way. And you know what I'm saying? You're going to create a cube within a cube. You're going to create a tesseract. You're going to create a hypercube out of 1 of 7 of 13 of 110. Okay? Which creates the cell. The 3-dimensional cell. The Earth cell? The cellular energy cell? So, I printed out some stuff. I'm going to focus more on Fibonacci. I'm going to focus more on showing people how to create the 2-dimensional plane and the snowflake. Sure, why not? And apart from that, work on the cipher for the 4th column of Fibonacci time. I have the cipher. I have a formula of how I got to there, but I can't really explain it too well yet. You know, not yet. But I'm not at home, so I can't do shit. So anyways, I wanted to share.